Rollins in the box now. He's leadoff man in our game here in the 2K Sports Network as we get set for baseball. And Holliday gets it by. That's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
Well, that kind of break on the curveball and that kind of location, it can lead to success. That was a good pitch right there.
And it's 0-2. Jimmy Rollins swinging at anything close here.
Well, 0-2, he likes to start the ball in the zone and then break that curveball out of the zone. You better be ready for it and have some patience.
Hit sharply towards the hole. Over to Overbay. That's one away. Got a chance to check out the Blue Jays defensively around the horn. Highlight, Steve, for these fielders.
Hey, take a look at Lyle Overbay, Gary, over there, and a guy with very good hands and feet around the bag.
And Worth's batting. One out, nobody on. And Holliday gets it by. That's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
The location and velocity are critical when throwing the fastball. He runs his good fastball up and away right here, and it's a take pitch.
This is hit way up there. It'll be in the infield. Catch is made.
When there's a pop-up, the pitchers are supposed to get out of the way and let the infielders take the ball, but sometimes pitchers don't listen. At least he made the catch.
Ryan Howard at the plate. Base is empty and 2 down. Kicks and throws. Watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike. The pitch. And it's 0-2. Ryan Howard. He'll be swinging at anything close here.
Well, he throws this sinker so hard that the hitter sometimes can't catch up with it. That's what happened right there.
That one's on the ground, but he gets it in front of him. The 1-2 on its way. Swings, hits this one pretty well, deep right center. And that ends the half inning as Wells makes the play. And nothing across here in this half of the inning. And now we'll move on to the bottom of the first. And we'll get to see Joe Blanton pitching. He'll get the start for Philadelphia. Steve, how's he going to handle these Toronto bats in this game?
Gary, take a look at Joe Blanton out there. He's one of the guys who throws a ton of strikes. He tries to work ahead in the count and use that slider to get right-handers to chase it out of the zone and the changeup to get out the left-handers.
And Alex Rios up. And Blanton's pitch. That's going to be looked at for a strike and take the count to 0-1.
You got the hitter down in a hole. You know he struggles with sliders when he's behind in the count. You got to throw him the slider.
And he delivers. And Rios looks at that one for a ball. That'll even the count. The 1-1. Good spot for the changeup that time. 1-2.
Well, that's exactly what you want to do right there. That's the right time to use the changeup.
Catcher gets a hold of that one in the dirt. The pitch. Here's a swing, a soft liner to the left side. And Rollins with a catch. It's Hill at the plate. One out, bases empty. Oh, what a drive. He smashed it. This one to Victorino, and he grabs it in his tracks. And here's the defensive alignment for the Phillies. So, Steve, the thoughts on a fielder here?
And take a look at Jimmy Rollins, one of the more sure-handed defenders in the game. He makes all the routine plays, and he can make the athletic play as well.
And it's Vernon Wells in the box now. And he's in the top echelon of hits right now. Base is empty with 2 outs. And Blanton's pitch. That's going to be looked at for a strike and take the count to 0-1.
Just a solid offensive player day in and day out, and a guy that really can deliver for this offense.
And it's 0-2. Wells is going to move up a little on the plate.
The pitcher's got him right where he wants him now. Up ahead, 0-2. He could waste a pitch if he wants to.
Hot shot towards the hole. Oh, terrific dive, Tracy. And he will take it himself for the out. What an individual effort. No runs, no hits, no one left on. Both teams still looking for that first run here in Toronto. And if you're just tuning in, Rogers Center, that's where we are in ideal weather here in Toronto. Time to move along here. And it's Chase Utley at the plate. Hitting .297. For his team, he's number 2 in hits. And Holliday gets it by. That's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
He's getting it done all season long, Gary, and a guy they're really looking to count on.
Swing and a shot to third. Over to Overbay. 1 away. Raul Ibanez in the box. Nobody on base. 1 away. Holliday with the delivery. Big uppercut that time for strike 1. He deals. Strike 2. No balls. 2 strikes. Ibanez, who likes to hack's got to cut it down a little here.
Well, he puts everything he has into that swing, hoping that if he does make contact, it could go a long way. Unfortunately, no contact.
That ball swung on, hit. Rios to field it. Now it's 2 down.
We almost got burned on this one. They shifted the outfield to the left, like the percentages say. He hit the ball to right, but the defense is able to run it down and pull it in.
It's Coast at the plate. Base is empty and 2 down. First pitch is a sinker for a called strike.
We're going to get a chance to see that nasty sinker ball of his. That pitch has some serious bite and action at the end.
Holliday delivers the strike, and it's now 0-2. That sinker, Steve, you were mentioning, it is such a great pitch. You get so many ground balls, and then you mix in a fastball, some off-speed stuff, pretty good stuff.
Well, that's the key, is his sinker is the go-to pitch. The hitter really has to focus on that pitch and then make adjustments to his other offerings.
Holliday with the delivery. It's chopped foul to the left side. Curveball. Thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Now, big break on this curveball. He starts it in the strike zone, but it falls right out of the zone. Good eye by the hitter not to chase it. Curveball. Ooh, where did that miss? 2-2.
And the sinker swung on and missed. Side retired. Nothing doing here in this half inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. And if you're just coming on board, this is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips. We've got Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Bautista into the batter's box. 309 average. He's going to start the second for the home team. And Blanton's pitch. That's going to be looked at for a strike and take the count to 0-1. Here's a swing and a line drive. And there it is. That's our first hit of the ball game. And that will bring Adam Lynn to the plate. A runner on first, no outs. He deals. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And that's going to be a base hit for Lynn. That'll bring up Lyle Overbay. No one out yet. Runners at first and second. Swings on that first pitch, misses the fastball. 0-1.
Well, he's not picking up the ball well. He had a big rip at it, but he swung just over the top of the ball.
He delivers. Yeah, with 2 strikes on him, Lyle Overbay now. We'll see whether or not he can punch one through.
Now, Gary, he's in a little bit of trouble right now. With 2 strikes, they're probably going to try to get him to chase that curveball.
Great pitch. Lyle Overbay caught looking.
Well, he gets the first out of the inning right there. Now let's see if he can continue to bear down, work his way out of this jam, and keep the score tied. That's exactly how you need to use the fastball. He hit his spot, threw it right to the catcher's glove. Thinking along with his battery mate, he gets the strikeout.
Scott Rowland. He's the leader in home runs and RBIs in the ball club. First pitch, and he misses the fastball. Strike 1. Good patience. Scott Rowland letting that one go by. It's a ball. Count is even.
But if you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
Curveball swung on and missed. The count 1-2.
He swung like he thought he knew what was coming. But it doesn't matter how hard you swing, you have to make contact.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, lined over the first baseman's head. And that's a base hit. Rolling on board. This a great situation for some offense.
Oh, look at the intensity. Joe Blanton is dialed in right now, Gary. He's going to try to go right at him.
And you can see he's trying to keep his composure out there, dealing with this bases loaded situation, and 1 away.
That's a tough situation. He can't walk a batter, but he also can't be too aggressive, throwing it over the heart of the plate, give up a home run. Tough work ahead.
And now Blanton with the 1-0 delivery. Slider just misses the black, falls behind 2-0.
Well, this isn't the time to get cute. You've got to go right at him.
Here's the 2-0. Hit hard on the ground towards third. 1. Now over to first and safe at first. Close play. Not quite enough time to get him. Toronto's offense creating multiple opportunities.
This ball's not hit particularly well, Gary, but the hustle down the line, you got to credit the speed. And now he's safe and on base for a base hit.
And we're going to see Scudero here. Getting out in front any time of the ball game, you want to do that. Now you try and build a swing and a fly ball to left center field. And Ibanez is there. And he's there to retire the side. A strike here in the second, getting a run across. The Blue Jays on top, 1-0. You take a look at Cito Gaston. He got what he needed out of his lineup that last time through. This lead now something he can try to protect if he can get some solid pitching. And Dobbs settles in. He's going to start the third here. Holiday with the delivery. First pitch, fastball, 0-1. The 0-1 delivery, curve, swung on and missed, 0-2. Swing and a miss on the breaker, 1 down. And Victorino's batting. He's a 6-year ball player. 1 out, nobody on. And Barrett sets up his target. And that's a hit. Wells to field. And that one's going to drop in. That's their first hit.
And that's going to go down as the first hit of the ball game. It comes here in the 3rd inning. Now let's see if they can capitalize on it and get things going.
And it's Tracy batting. 1 out, runner on at first. Fastball swung on and missed, 0-1.
Well, he's sitting fastball right here. He gets it, but just couldn't put the swing on it. He wanted it as he's just underneath it.
Holiday with the delivery. Good hard sinker. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Check swing. They say he didn't go around. They want to confirm that at third. No go. So with 2 strikes, he lives for another pitch. Throws over to first. Over Bay to keep him close. A smash between short and third. And Rowland makes the catch. And that's 2. A double play. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. Toronto's in charge here. And Alex Rios up. He's the team's most walked batter. And he starts Rios out. Now it's popped up behind home plate. 1 away.
Look, here with this club, I mean, they need to be patient, and he is the guy that sets the tone. He works the count.
It's Hill at the plate. He flew out his last time up. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a hit. Ibanez. And so Hill retired. 2 away. And it's Vernon Wells at the plate. And one of the league's most prolific hitters in the top 5. 2 outs and nobody on. And Wells settles in. First pitch. Drilled towards the hole. And that'll do it as Tracy puts it away. Amazingly fast inning. Outs here coming quickly. 3 pitches. We're through 3 here at the ball yard. And Jimmy Rollins is up 0 for 1 thus far. Holliday with the delivery. Swing and a line to left. And that's going to be a base hit for Rollins.
Good speed on board at first base right now, Gary, and you have to wonder whether they're going to try to get him moving.
And Worth's batting. And a lot of free passes, National League top 5 department.
You have to expect Jimmy Rollins picking a pitch and looking to run right now.
It'll be Overbay's job to keep him close. No one out and a runner on first. And the first pitch. And Holliday gets it by. That's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
You know, Gary, you're right. I mean, as a walks leader, he has such patience at the plate, and that's the kind of patience that really rubs off on teammates.
Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch, 1-1.
Look, Gary, we're into the 4th inning right now, and as you start to flip the lineup over again, they've only gotten 2 hits, so they're going to have to really evaluate what they should be looking for at the plate, and maybe they need to be a little bit more patient and make them work.
One-two pitch coming. Fastball just about had him, and it's a 2-2 count.
Good fastball right there. Let's see what he's going to come back with now.
At the belt, here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the sinker. 1 away. That was not a good swing. He got him out in front, I think, Steve.
He has. You're right. He tied him up there, coming up and in on him, trying to get it in on the fist. It's a tough pitch. You have to try to speed your bat up to catch up with that one.
Howard at the plate. Big things can happen anytime he steps in that batter's box. One down, runner at first. The first pitch, a line drive toward short, and it's through. Credit Howard with a single. And is Chase Utley at the plate. He bounced out his last time. 1 out with runners at first and second. And Holliday gets it by. That's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
It's all about changing speeds, hitting your spots as a pitcher. That curveball down and away, nobody's going to touch that.
On the way. And with 2 strikes on him now, Utley needs to protect, just make contact. Sinker's taken, strike 3 called, out number 2.
2 outs now. Those runners are still standing on base. Let's see if he can find his way out of this with the lead intact. Let's see what the K-Cam looks like on a sinker ball. That's a good looking pitch right there. It's the toughest one to hit. The ball down and away.
You got to kind of lean out and hope to foul that pitch off to keep your at-bat alive, but he didn't.
Just try to spoil it.
2 men on and 2 men out. Spins and a throw behind the runner. A dive, and he's back in easily. Two down. Runners at first and second. First pitch on the way to Ibanez. Fouled off. No. Spins, checks him at second, and he's back easily. Made a dive to get in. Ground ball headed for the middle. Scooter rope, and he'll step on the bag. That'll do it. No runs with a couple of hits and 2 left on. Toronto's in charge here. Cleanup batter due up next. Looking on, the veteran manager Charlie Manuel. A tremendous season of 08, World Series champs, their second World Series title in the history of the Phillies. Bautista into the batter's box. He singled his last trip. And the first pitch. And Blanton's pitch. That's going to be looked at for a strike and take the count to 0-1. He delivers. Hit hard. Oh, man, was that close. That was right back at him. Somehow he got out of the way.
Now credit the second baseman with a well-executed play right there. Comes up with the ball and quickly gets it from his glove to his throwing hand and throws him out at first.
And Lynn's batting. He's 1 for 1 so far. Base is empty, 1 out. At the belt, Blanton kicks and throws. Starts him off with 1 in there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch, a fastball high. 1-1.
They tried to go up the ladder on him right there, but the hitter laid off. Good piece of hitting.
Right. 1-1 pitch, a curve taken for a strike. 1-2.
Oh, Gary, he's got such an effective fastball. He likes to use it. And, 1-2 count. He doesn't like to mess around. Look for him to go right at him with the heater.
The 1-2 pitch. Started to go around. It's a called strike 3, 2 down. Well, that pitch just froze him, and he's gone.
As a hitter, you've got to recognize the pitcher's tendencies. Make an adjustment. He had him guessing the whole time.
And it's Lyle Overbay in the box now. Second highest average on the ball club. 2 outs, base is empty. And he starts Overbay out. This one fouled back. Hit sharply towards the hole. Throws to first, side is retired. And a good half inning there, gone in short order in this one. 4 complete at the Rogers Center. It's Coast at the plate.
Look, I got to say, he is still a very productive player at the major league level. He's not what he was completely at his best, but still getting the job done.
And Holiday gets it by. That's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
Now, Gary, as I was saying, this kind of veteran player who's still very professional, very productive, really goes a long way to giving some stability to the lineup.
Lined hard down the left field line. That one gets through for a base hit.
Gotta love the start to this inning here. Now let's see if they can keep the momentum going.
And Dobbs settles in. Struck out swinging his last time up. Runner on first base, nobody out. Here's the first pitch. Shows bunt, didn't offer. It's a strike anyway. 0-1. Now Barrett sets the target. He squares around and he gets this one down. Over to first for out number 1. There's one you can put in the textbook. If you wanted to call a pitch to bunt, you'd probably ask for that pitch.
And that's why this is a team game. You have to handle the game situations. Outstanding baseball right there. Good bunt.
And Shane Victorino in. Had a base hit his last time up. Man on second, 1 away. And here's the first one. And Holliday gets it by. That's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
This guy has great speed and really changes things when he puts it in play. He puts pressure on the defense that can lead to mistakes.
Liner towards the hole. Hill over to Overbay. 2 down. And it's Tracy batting. Lined out last time up. 2 outs and a runner on third. First pitch on the way. And Holliday gets it by. That's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
They need more offense right now, Gary. I mean, only leaving 2 runners on base. We're moving through the middle part of this game, heading into the later part of the game. I mean, they need to give themselves some opportunities to score runs. Patience at the plate. Get somebody on.
Good downward action on that sinker. 1-2. He deals. Curveball, strike 3 called. Side is retired. They get a man to third, but can't bring him home. Toronto's in charge here. It'll be the bottom third of the order coming to the plate. You take a look at Cito Gaston. Last inning, that pitching gave up nothing. That's what he wants to see. Now looking for the offense to try and expand the lead. And it's Scott Rowland in the box now, and the team's best home run hitter right now. At the belt, Blanton kicks and throws towards center field, and Victorino makes the play. That's 1 down. Barrett at the plate. Drove in a run earlier in the game. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to him. And Blanton's pitch. That's going to be looked at for a strike and take the count to 0-1.
Outstanding rotation on that pitch. Look at the mechanics for this pitcher. It comes out of his hand and just falls off the table.
And with 2 strikes on him now, Michael Barrett, who does K, doesn't want to do it again. That one hit well. Victorino's there. And he puts that one away for number 2.
You want to talk about settling in? How about retiring 8 hitters in a row? I think he settled in.
And we're going to see Scutaro here. Bounced into a fielder's choices last time. Base is empty and 2 down. And the first pitch. Shot towards the hole. Picked up by Tracy. And he'll step on first to retire the side. And they're held in check here in this half inning. We've played 5 full. And it's Jimmy Rollins in the box now. He's the top 10 in stolen bases for the league. Holliday with the delivery. And that's on the outside corner for a strike.
He's the guy on this team that they go to. If they need the stolen base, he's the man.
And it's 0-2. Jimmy Rollins swinging at anything close here.
Boy, good pitching, good defense. They're getting it done today, and obviously limiting this offense, keeping them off the board. Only 3 guys left on base the entire game.
That one gets past, but no damage done. Swing and a chopper to the second baseman. Hill fields that one. In time for the out. And Worth's batting in the top 10 in walks. Not a bad list. Base is empty with one away. Now the first pitch. And Holliday gets it by. That's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
Well, great patience at the plate. He's the guy that always seems to find a way to get on base and be in the middle of this offense.
Here it comes. That one goes foul.
Gary, I think he caught that thing. That was a rocket.
Unbelievable. You look for somebody to be injured on a play like that. Instead, you got a guy who caught the ball.
That's why they're all patting him on the back, because he saved their lives.
Swing and a miss. Slider, 2 down.
Well, good sequence of pitches right there, using location and selection to get the strikeout.
Ryan Howard at the plate, leading the MLB in batting average. Two outs and nobody on. And he delivers. First pitch, a fastball. That's in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Ryan Howard. He'll be swinging at anything close here.
Well, that's textbook use of the sinker. Down and away, pounding the strike zone. Good pitch.
Strikes him out, and that's going to do it here in the 6th inning. Steve, this performance we've marveled at continues.
Absolutely untouchable.
So they're shut down again. That's 6 shutout innings so far. Toronto's in charge here. Top of the lineup coming up. Charlie Manuel in the dugout. His club only separated by 1 run from tying this ball game. Got a plan to get back in? We'll see. And Alex Rios up. He'll lead it off. Home half. We're in the 6th. And he starts Rios out. And Blanton's pitch. That's going to be looked at for a strike and take the count to 0-1.
Unless you stay back and really think about going the other way, you've got no chance of hitting that 4-seamer down and away.
Pitch on the way. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And he puts that one away. 1 down.
He's retired 10 in a row. The hitters are completely overmatched right now. He's got it all going on.
It's Hill at the plate. Last time up, flew out. 1 out, bases empty. And the first pitch. Strike 1. Blanton got him to swing. 0-1.
Well, that's some real gas right there on that fastball, and he is so far behind, no chance of making contact.
Takes that breaking ball. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, he just fooled the hitter right here. He was thinking hard. He got soft, and with great break on that curveball, he couldn't touch it.
Swung on a fly ball down the left field line. Oh, and he drops it. Mark that one as an E9. And he's on. That's a costly error to allow him to reach base. It's going to be Wells, a bat for Cito Gaston, and a big part of this lineup. 1 out, man on first. First pitch on the way. Strike 1. Blanton got him to swing. 0-1.
That's power against power right there. Your best against my best. This time the pitcher wins.
That one hit well. Victorino's there. Out number 2. Bautista into the batter's box. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. A runner on first with 2 outs. Here's the first pitch. There's a swing, line drive, center field, and it gets down. That's hit number 2, making good contact. Uh-oh, that's an error. Toronto, here's a position to get something done.
You got a lot riding on Adam Lynn's bat right here. You can see he's determined to go up there and battle. Let's see who wins this battle.
Now he steps in there with a chance to pick up another go-ahead run with 2 outs.
Well, they're going to have to consider making a pitching change right here. Think about bringing the specialist in to get this big out.
And he fouls off another one. At the belt, Blanton kicks and throws. Oh, man, there's the big bender. Struck him outside, retired. They pick up no runs on a hit, and they leave 2 on. We move on to the 7th inning. Big bats ready to make an appearance. Those of you just coming on board, along with Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. This is MLB on 2K Sports. That is Chase Utley at the plate. He'll lead off the 7th. First pitch on the way to Utley. And Holliday gets it by. That's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
Well, holding them scoreless so far in this one and only allowed 4 hits, Gary, and I think a real credit to what he's been able to do. Outstanding work between the pitcher and catcher. Just a great plan of attack.
Chase Utley not fooled by that pitch. Count is even.
The best curveballs are the ones that start in the strike zone, then fall out of the strike zone. He couldn't get him to fish for that one, though.
The pitch. Pop foul to the left.
Well, you know what? Don't buy the souvenirs. Wait till one comes into the stands, and he gets one right there.
Better than that, you get to go on TV because you made a great play. Ground ball to short. Scudero. Over to Overbay. 1 away. And you know he's looking ahead and feeling pretty good about it.
And with good reason. He hasn't given up a run yet, and he's got to be gaining confidence.
And it's Raul Ibanez at the plate. Bounced into a fielder's choices last time. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch on the way to Ibanez. This one's bounced foul. Holliday delivers the strike, and it's now 0-2.
Got to slow down up there, big guy. You've got to let that curveball come to you. He was way out in front.
Strike 3. And now there are 2 men down here in the 7th inning, and the shutout in place.
And he just keeps on rolling. We need to see that again. Only 3 pitches, and he's back to the dugout.
Sometimes a pitcher just gets the mental advantage over the hitter, and the hitter never gets an at-bat going. It's Coast at the plate. Base hit his last time. Base is empty with 2 outs. Holliday with the delivery. Swings at that fastball and misses. 0-1.
Well, he's going to have to get started a little bit earlier because this fastball is a little too much for him. He's way behind, swinging right over the top of it.
Lays off the curveball. Good pitch, though. 1-1.
Well, this curveball just drops right off the table. It's a good pitch. Give the hitter credit for not chasing.
Popped way up on the infield. And over base there. That's caught. Side is retired. Man, oh man, is he on a roll on the mound, Steve.
You can tell by his eyes he's completely locked in right now in absolute control.
Toronto's in charge here. You take a look at Cito Gaston. His ball club right now with an important one-run lead. Thoughts, I'm sure, about how to finish off this victoriously. And it's Lyle Overbay in the box now. He'll start the home half of the 7th. First pitch. Swung on and grounded foul wide of first. And with 2 strikes on him, Lyle Overbay now. We'll see whether or not he can punch one through. Foul straight back. Now Coast spots the pitch. Swung on, line softly to short. He throws in time for the out. And we're going to see Rolen here. He flew out his last time up. Nobody on base, one away. First pitch, here it comes. Oh, and he checks his swing. They'll call that one a strike. The appeal goes to first. He went, and so now he'll have to rethink his plate approach with that bad cut. He deals. Good patience, Scott Rolen, letting that one go by. It's a ball. Count is even.
Now, Gary, the numbers seem to indicate he likes to go fastball on a 1-1 count, trying to get back ahead again.
That's taken low for a ball. 2-1.
That's a power pitch right there. That 4-seam fastball at the knees, just below the zone, though.
The 2-1 pitch. And now Rolen has the count to his advantage. 3-1.
I like that the pitch is away from the hitter, but I don't like that it's up in the zone. He didn't get hurt in this situation as the hitter lays off.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Rollins dives. He's up with it. And he's out at first. What an out. He makes a terrific play and a fine throw.
Well, this should have been a base hit. The hitter thought the ball was going through, but a tremendous effort keeping it in the infield and getting the out.
And it's Michael Barrett in the box now. Drove in a run earlier in the game. 2 outs and nobody on. Fresh count on Barrett. Here it comes. And Blanton's pitch misses inside. Now the 1-0 pitch. Hard grounded to short. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. And they go quietly offensively in this half inning. Nothing across. We're through 7 as we go to the 8th inning now. And Dobbs settles in. 0 for 1 thus far. The first pitch. And Holliday gets it by. That's a called strike, and the count goes to 0-1.
A tremendous effort out on the mound in this one, and we're deep into the ball game. I mean, we're getting close to the end of this one. They've only been able to get 4 hits against him, and he shut them down and kept them off the scoreboard.
To the left side. Oh, terrific dive by Rolen. And the throw's in time at first. Mercy, what a play. And now we've got 1 down here in this 8th inning of a shutout ball game.
Now he's just putting on a show out there right now, Gary.
And it's Shane Victorino now. Grounded out last time. 1 out, nobody on. Holiday with the delivery. Swung on, line to right field. And it's in there, the tying run on board. Take a look at hit tracker. What we're looking for here, at least this hitter's looking for, is his third hit of the game.
Well, he's having a pretty good approach at the plate today, hitting the ball where it's pitched, making exceptional contact.
Scott Downs is going to be pitching as the Blue Jays bring in their reliever.
I'll tell you what, this is one of those decisions you can go either way. He's pitched pretty well to this point, but it is getting late. And do you want to take any chances? The manager decides to go to the pen.
And it's Tracy batting. Took a called third strike in his last time up.
Well, Shane Victorino loves to impact the game with his speed, hustle, and quickness. Look for him to try to run right here.
And he holds him at first base. Runner at first with one down. Here's the first pitch. Swung on, liner to right. And that is in there, the go-ahead run on base.
This guy doesn't like the pitch inside. He tends to like the ball out over the plate, but he was able to fight off that tough pitcher's pitch and get a base hit.
Sean Camp is the pitcher. He'll be relieving for the Blue Jays now.
He's managing this game like it's the 7th game of the World Series, like it's do or die. Bringing the closer in early. He needs to win this game, or at least he's sending the message that he does.
Here's Jimmy Rollins. Boy, what a chance he's got for Philadelphia.
Look, good speed at second base right here. The pitcher is going to have to make him come to a stop because he's itching to get to third base.
It'll be Overbay's job to keep him close. At the belt, the 1-0. 1-0 pitch, a sinker in there, 1-1. Good pitch on the outside corner, 1-2.
Well, this is great pitching right here. You throw that breaking ball around the outside corner, hitting your spot. Not much you can do with that as a hitter.
The 1-2 on its way. Good eye by Jimmy Rollins. Stays away from that one, and it evens it up.
At 2-2, he's just looking to spoil. He's going to be defensive, but he's going up there hacking. Let's see if he can get him to chase a pitch out of the zone.
They're going to try for a double steal. Swings, hits this one in the air down the right field line. Up, runner on his way to third. There's the throw. Safe at third. Great hustle.
That's a big second out right there, holding on to a slim lead. Now he's got a chance to get out of this thing without any major trouble. Well, Jason Worth right now getting an opportunity, Gary, to be the hero for his club. Let's see if he can get it done in this showdown.
This is a vital opportunity in this ball game. He can tie it up with some timely hitting. 2 outs.
Well, it's also a situation where the manager should at least consider the squeeze bunt. Man on third base, less than 2 outs. You could catch him by surprise.
Here's the 1-0. 1-0 pitch, slider, runs outside, 2-0.
When you throw a breaking ball like this, you want to start it on the corner and break it off the zone, trying to get the hitter to chase. The hitter didn't take the bait here.
And there's a sinker for a strike, 2-1. Comes set. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Slider called strike 2.
Well, they're a strike away right now from getting out of this jam and holding on to the lead.
And the sinker swung on and missed. Side retired. But they still can't buy a run. They've been held scoreless through 8. Toronto's in charge here. Those of you catching up with our ball game, hi everybody, this is Gary Thorne. I'm along with Steve Phillips. Major League Baseball right here, 2K Sports. And we're going to see Scudero here. He'll get us started as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. And the first pitch. And Blanton's pitch. That's going to be looked at for a strike and take the count to 0-1.
I don't think he liked that call very much, but the reality is he couldn't hit that any day of the week. That's a great pitch.
Here's the pitch.
1-1.
Lays off the changeup. Good pitch, but it's 1-1. And this is inside, and that hit him hard.
Well, it's always dangerous when you get hit with a pitch, especially when you get hit in the head. Let's hope he's all right.
It's Alex Rios. Runner on first. And he starts Rios out. And Blanton throws one outside for a ball.
Well, he missed with the first pitch, so I bet he's going to come back with the fastball right here, as he's done in the past.
Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Swung on and a grounder to first. The second for one. Over to first and safe. Very close play. They will not get the double play.
He makes a nice play to get the lead runner at second base with a strong, accurate throw. Good footwork. They just couldn't get the double play.
It's Hill at the plate. He's hitless thus far. One out. Runner on at first. Oh, Rios. Here we go. And he's in there at second base.
You know, Gary, he doesn't have a real big lead off of first base, but sometimes that's good because it means you don't think they're going to throw over, so you can concentrate on getting a good jump. It worked for him.
Here's a spin and a throw back to second. And that one gets popped way up behind the plate. Out number 2.
Pop-ups around the plate can be tough for a catcher because the rotation of the ball brings it back toward the infield, but he was able to make this play easily.
Chad Durbin's going to be pitching as the Phillies bring him in as a reliever.
As a manager, when your pitcher pegs a batter, you hope that he gets his focus back and can bring it back in the strike zone. But if he can't, you have to go out and get him. You can't afford to put more men on base. And Gary, although they have a lead, it still is fairly a close ball game right here. You have speed at second base. I might give him the green light to see if he can get over the third.
The pitch. There's a high drive hit deep into left field. This one way back over the wall. A 2-run home run.
All right, now Toronto's got to be pretty darn happy with their offensive approach.
2 outs, base is empty. First pitch on the way. Swung and a ground ball to third. And that one goes foul. This game is not a done deal yet, but boy, when you get those kind of hits this late in a ball game, you're on your way probably to a W.
And now the manager's got to start thinking about, okay, my offense has gotten the job done. What's my bullpen going to do?
Kicks and throws. Good slider that time. Ruled the ball. 1-2.
When you throw a breaking ball like this, you want to start it on the corner and break it off the zone, trying to get the hitter to chase. The hitter didn't take the bait here.
Curveball in there for a called strike 3. Side retired. Well, they add a couple more runs here and extend their lead even further. Toronto up 3. And the 3-hole will be coming right up. Be pitching. He comes in to close for Toronto. And it's Ryan Howard at the plate. He's going to start the 9th inning. And now Howard gets set. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And it falls in there. That's going to be a single.
A nice approach at the plate right there. Gets on base. Still nobody out. Let's see if they can't move him along now.
Now Chase Utley. Runner on first base. Nobody out. First pitch on the way to Utley. Fastball in there for a called strike. And strike 2. B.J. Ryan working him.
I think the hitter was looking for something out over the plate that he could drive. They pounded a fastball down and in for a strike.
The pitch from Ryan. Tried to get him to go after that slider, but it's 1-2. One-two pitch coming. Hit hard on the ground to short. That's 1 out. And the deuce, a double play. Well, here's a double play that looked like they ordered up.
Great turn and throw at second base. He was ready to make the play. An example of a nicely executed double play.
And we've got Ibanez batting. He was a strikeout victim last time through the lineup. Base is empty and 2 down. He delivers, pulls that one off, and it's high, ball 1.
I think the hitter's going to be looking for that powerful 4-seam fastball today. The problem is, even when you look for it, if it's located properly, it's tough to hit.
And that's a base hit. Ibanez on board. We like to take a look at our 2K Sports hit tracker once in a while. Let's see how they've done as a team on the field.
And, you know, Gary, what we see here is it's a pretty good contact team. They're not pulling the ball too much, not going the other way too much. They're spreading it around very well.
It's Coast at the plate. Trying again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. 2 outs and a man on first. The first pitch. The 0-0 delivery. A fastball taken for a strike.
That's a good 4-seam fastball. You establish the bottom part of the zone, then you run the heater up in the zone. A lot of time it becomes a take pitch.
The pitch from Ryan. Hit on the ground. This could be the end. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
Well, they win a great one here today, Gary, and it's all because of the pitching. Outstanding